So, I got about 11 minutes to go before I clock in, but I wanted to come on here and talk about the fact that the second half of this year for WWE has been known as the year of returns, or at least, the second half, has been known as the year of returns, is what I'm trying to say. And last night we had the latest return in Bronson Reed, who for a while was going by the name of Jonah on the Independents and in New Japan and Impact, and I think even for a brief period AEW. And so far, people have counted, I would say at least, someone said like 7, I wouldn't say it's 7, but almost 17 returns or something like that. I mean, we had Bailey come back, of course, from injury. We had Dakota Kai come back. Io Sky got called up, so that was good. She was never released, Io Sky, but still, we had her show up. We've had Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano, we've had Dexter Lumis, we've had Hit Row. What else have we had? We had, like I said, Bronson Reed, the former Jonas, the latest, and everything. We've had a decent amount of returns, and some have been hit or miss, and that's to be expected because all of them want to live up to the hype that is being put behind them, justification for them being brought back. But the obvious question is, are we done with returns? And I think the answer is no. I think when we get to New Year's Day, the first Raw of the new year, we're going to see plenty more returns. When we get to the first SmackDown of the new year, we're going to see plenty of returns. And mostly when we get to the Royal Rumble, oh yeah, we're going to see a blankety blank, load of returns. And people wonder, it's like, when is enough for Triple H, when it comes to this? And I think what it is with Triple H, he's trying to rectify what was sabotaged. He's trying to fix, what shouldn't have been damaged. He's trying to basically go ahead with the plans as he originally envisioned them, and originally probably worked them out with Vince. And by doing so, he's making all these returns possible. He's making all these returns, to the forefront. But again, when is enough enough? That's a great question. We don't know. We do not know. I mean, he's even bringing in talent, giving them different names similar to the real names or the, in-ring names. And, it's like, that's cool and everything, but, how far can you run with them? Like, he recently brought in Kylie Ray, who's going by her real name, Brianna Ray, or some kind of version of that. And that's good. You want to bring in a talent like Kylie Ray, Brianna Ray, that's great. Eva Rain is being groomed to be the main roster bound. Toxic Attraction, minus Mandy Rose, is being main roster bound officially very soon. I mean, there's talk of the fact that Chelsea Green, when she comes back, would be the leader of the new version of Toxic Attraction if Mandy doesn't return. I could see that. So there's plenty of returns that have happened and have yet to come and will be coming. The question is, though, when is enough for Hunter? And I think with Hunter, enough is enough when he pretty much has a balance. As I check my time here because I got to clock into work real soon. But I think enough's enough for Hunter when he pretty much has a perfect balance. When he has a perfect balance for every division, men's, women's, and the subsidiary divisions like Intercontinental, U.S., and Tag. Enough's going to be enough when he pretty much is able to give each division a fair amount of, contenders and teams single competitors and all that. Enough's going to be enough when he pretty much has that all worked out, and we don't have to worry about any more returns for quite some time. He wants to get it worked out to the point that we have plenty of tag teams, we have plenty of individual, single competitors when it comes to not just the main championships, or the main World Undisputed Championships, but the Intercontinental US. He's trying to make sure there's plenty of room. But also, he wants to make room because potentially there could be more championships on the way. And that's why we're getting a lot of these returns, a lot of these debuts, a lot of these signings, and all that you wouldn't expect to happen, either way. I mean, somebody said that they were hoping Bronson Reed wouldn't go back to WWE and all that, but yet here he is. And that's the one thing you got to look at too. A lot of these returns are people that Triple H was very, very high up on. He saw the potential of what they can bring to the table. Mia Yim, he saw her potential, and he's bringing her back. We don't know what Mercedes Martinez, she might be somebody that comes back too. We don't know what her status is with AEW Ring of Honor. But if her dropping the title to Athena is any indication, she might be 1 foot out the door and 1 foot or 1 foot out the door of AEW Ring of Honor and 1 foot back into WWE. We don't know. See, these are people, like I said, that Triple H has been very, very high on. And because of what, Vince did, it pretty much got ruined. And now he, along with Shawn Michaels over at NXT, have to do what they can to fix this, to rectify this, so this kind of stuff does not happen ever again. And I know people are saying, well, what if Vince tries to get back in? Then all this is going to be for nothing. That's the thing, though. Vince will not come back. Yeah, he's going to try to make a power play and everything, or at least, make it sound like he wants to try to make a power play and all that, but in the end, it's not going to happen. People, because you got to remember, Vince is a businessman. And people, the way they're going to, and the allies that are even suggesting to him not to return, are going to probably explain to him from a business standpoint, look how high everything has gone. Look how up, financially and, and all things have skyrocketed, since you stepped down and gave the reins to your daughter and to Nick Khan and to your son-in-law. Look how much better things have gotten financially and investing-wise. Shareholder, stock holding wise, trade-wise. Do you really want to chance that by making a return? And I'm sure if they can talk to him in a sense or in a language that he can understand, which is business money, if you will, financial business money, I'm sure Vince will be like, no, I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to halt it or damage it. And that might be what causes him to stay away. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But, to me, basically, hold on for a sec. But to me, like I was saying, that might be what convinces Vince to not, take a chance. Like, he might consider it, but I think over the holidays, his family's going to suggest to him not do it, and probably do it in a way that he understands from a language perspective of business, finances, stock trades, and all that. So, I don't think Vince will make a move in 2023. I think they're going to talk some sense into him, like I said, in a way he's going to understand. And I think 2023 is going to be a huge year, like I mentioned before. And, another reason I think Triple H is doing all these returns is he might even consider giving us, trios titles, 6-man titles. Kind of the answer to what AEW is doing. That's been talked about, rumored, and we'll have to see. But, yeah, as far as the returns go, I agree. They're not done. I don't think they're done, and I don't think they ever will be done. I think over time we're going to get more returns and more debuts and signings in 2023. And I think the first Raw and SmackDown are going to be a big example of that, of 2023. And I think the Rumble really is going to be a huge example of that. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. I got to get into work now. And until then, I will talk to y'all later. God bless. Take care. I'm out. Peace.